Abba Kyari and Hushppupi saga and how IRT Singh operation went wrong. Definitely FBI has been misled, but notwithstanding, FBI can never be misled. But let's see the irony of all. A police officer who wishes to be simply identified as Superintendent of Police, Kolade, has also revealed fresh facts about the connection between the former commander of the Inspector General of Police Intelligence Response Team and Deputy Commissioner of Police, Abba Kyari, and notorious internet fraudster Ramon Abbas, aka Hushppupi. According to the Superintendent of Police, what befell Abba Kyari was a sitting operation that went horribly wrong. Okay. He revealed that the Nigerian Police Force Special Investigation Panel set up to look into the allegations by the United Nations and United States of America Federal Bureau of Investigation against Kyari (FBI) did not indict him. Okay, it will be recalled that in July, news broke in Nigeria that the United States District Court for the Central District of California had indicted Kyari in the ongoing prosecution of Hushppupi. A U.S. magistrate judge, Otis Wright, issued an arrest warrant on Kyari. Also unsealed documents on the fraudulent act in the U.S. stated that Kyari allegedly arrested and jailed one Mr. Chibuzo Vincent on the instruction of Hushppupi. He also allegedly sent Hushpuppi's bank account details into which he could deposit payment for Vincent's arrest and imprisonment. The superintendent of police alleged that aside from the FBI's case against Kyari, many other unknown personalities were fighting the Nigerian police poster boy from all corners. Okay, Abba Kyari now is the police poster boy. Definitely. They are using Abba Kyari to perpetrate evil, in the area of police force. It was said that he was also the leader of the special anti-robbery squad that was supposed to be disbanded, but as it is, SARS are still operating under the disguise of a police uniform or police force. He said, "You probably do not know, but Kyari, in the course of his job, arrested thousands of criminals all over the country. Many of these criminals are relatives, friends, colleagues, and gang members. Many of them are rich and well connected. They are not happy about the fact that their friends, relatives, or partners were arrested by this so-called Abba Kyari and his team. And the harassment, from the special anti-robbery squad, which is led by Abba Kyari, and the ill-gotten wealth that he has, gotten from, arresting the so-called Yahoo boys that we know today, taking the jobs of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. If Abba Kyari arrests any Yahoo or fraudster in Nigeria, they don't hand them over to EFCC. Instead, they get proceeds from what they have gotten from these so-called Yahoo boys. Many of them are not happy, and they are rich and well connected. They are not happy about the fact that their friends, relatives, or partners were arrested. Also, don't forget, Kyari and his team's latest battle in the south is how they fought against unknown gunmen that had been killing and creating panic. Do you know the number of policemen and soldiers killed in those states? Police stations were burnt, and the Inspector General of Police and his management team, in their wisdom, decided to deploy Abba Kyari and his men to those boiling zones. I can tell you that the Southeast issue was part of the problem against him. One, these unknown gunmen have supporters from all walks of life in Nigeria and overseas. The officer explained it was natural for Kyari and his men to have known and unknown enemies because the team mostly handled and investigated high-profile cases. What I know and can state categorically is that whenever anyone calls him concerning a case, he responds, especially if he tells him that a life is being threatened, said Kolade, or money is involved, huge amount of money, millions of dollars or thereabout. The police officer who said that the panel had investigated and seen the truth added, Kyari responds to all calls, irrespective of whether the caller is rich or poor. I also know that people call to give him information about armed robberies, kidnapping, and kidnappers. Okay, you didn't mention they calling for what's it called, fraudster level. or fraudster case, because I know that will give him more courage to pick calls. That's why he pick calls. Okay, before the comment section, let me continue. When such calls come, he doesn't waste time swinging into action. When that Hushppupi guy called him from Dubai, what he told Kyari was that someone was threatening his life, that Kyari should act before the person kills his mother. Naturally, Kyari acted swiftly and got the supposed suspect Vincent arrested. Kolade also explained that during interrogation, Vincent told Kyari and his team that he never threatened Hushpuppi's life, adding that they had disagreement over money sharing formula. He continued, Vincent and this so-called Hushppupi, who was in Dubai, did a business together. Hushppupi got the money for deal, but refused to give Vincent his share. It was because Hushppupi refused to share the money that Vincent had decided to spoil the job for him. But this time, Hushppupi guy was able to find a way to continue the job. Hushppupi wanted to punish Vincent. While under interrogation, Vincent confessed to other frauds. I heard his confession, and he confessed to have been into fraud in the past 10 years and that there were others doing the work with them. He mentioned that they had connections and members in Malaysia, South Africa, and other countries. He also said that the business that caused problems between him and Hushppupi was their second deal together. The superintendent of police stated that it was after Kyari and his men had these confessions and began to get the clearer picture of the drama, they changed and focused on investigating the Vincent, Hushppupi, and their syndicate. Kolade said the policemen decided to detain and investigate Vincent further to get more information about his dealings with Hushppupi and others. A court order was obtained for his remand for 2 weeks. After that, a search warrant was obtained and a search was carried out in his house and many documents of different countries were found. The police officer explained that after the 2 weeks remand elapsed, the policemen got another remand for additional 2 weeks. Before the additional 2 weeks elapsed, Vincent fell sick and was granted bail. That guy, Hushppupi, was said to have kept calling the policemen, asking them to send the suspect to jail and to fabricate charges against him. The policemen refused. In fact, one of them told me that they had a meeting with their boss, Kyari, and he told them that the confessions of the suspect meant the case should be further investigated thoroughly. I also heard that the plan was to charge Vincent and Hushppupi, but Hushppupi was in Dubai. Okay, why didn't Abba Kyari send Vincent to court? Let court lay his verdict, their verdict. Police is interrogating. It is your duty to arrest somebody and charge him to court. So it's none of your business. If Mr. Kolade, you are here telling us these cock and bull stories, I don't really want to get it. Abba Kyari has been indicted and he has admitted. Well, maybe you just want to buttress the point, I don't know, but let me continue before I get angry about this whole thing. There was no way the police team could just call Hushppupi to say that they had found out he was a fraudster. Intelligent policemen do not work that way. Shut up, Mr. Kolade. I don't know where you are coming from. You don't work that way. If someone is a fraudster, is a suspect, yes, no, court has not laid verdict. Then you hand him over either directly or indirectly to EFCC, which is the Economic and Financial Crime Commission. They are the ones who make investigation and do all their findings. And if they deem it fit that the person needs to go to court, they will invite him. He will go to court. Then court will lay verdict. So that's how it works. Except you want to tell us we don't know what the law says again, or is it the duty or the job of the special anti-robbery squad to arrest Yahoo boys or fraudsters? Even if you want to arrest them, there's a way. You tell them, okay, you hand over them to EFCC. That's just all. But you extort young boys, innocent, and the so-called fraudster or Abba Kyari will tell me he does not know that Hushppupi is a fraudster. Oh, I pity you, Mr. Kolade. Maybe you'll be a witness when FBI indicts you also. Well, I may not be a commissioner of police, but according to Kolade, he said, but I know that as a policeman, when you discover someone is into crime and doesn't stay in the country, you have to play along with him to lure him into believing you are on his side so that you can also get him. You are on his side, but Abba Kyari is collecting money. They are transferring money to Abba Kyari. He's collecting, he's playing on his side. He does not know the implication. Maybe he does not know the job he is doing. Well, that door of threatening or further information will be shut. Okay. When Kolade was asked what he knows about the 8 million naira alleged to have been given to Kyari and his men by Hushppupi. He replied, "What I heard and understand is that the 8 million naira doesn't belong to Hushppupi. It belonged to another guy in Dubai. The owner of the money had a transaction with someone here in Nigeria. That person refused to return his money. He contacted Hushppupi to assist him with Kyari's phone number so that he could tell him about the matter." Well, I don't want to, go further about this, but the truth of the matter is that Abba Kyari has pleaded guilty, and he knows quite alright that Hushppupi, has skeleton in his cupboard. But I'm going to read a few comments here because the story is getting more interesting. Okay. According to Ladi, and this is what I'm going to read, since this comment is a reply to what that police officer Kolade has just said, either supporting, either defending Abba Kyari, or is just throwing more lights into what this is all about. Well, we all know what is at stake. Well, according to Ladi, says this is the bladder dash, very unintelligent, a spin narrative to reconstruct lies into facts. Sting operations where they are planned are documented face by face. The FBI is not Nigeria police that shields criminal in its foes. That AK works for them does not absolve him from investigation. The FBI indictment, if understood by this layabout, it is an opportunity to polish the good image of AK if truly he is a super cop. Abba Kyari, that's what it means. Let him honor the invitation to America. Show the court his change, operation process and files. He will get justice. All these stupid old wives' stories are just mere folly. If an armed robber gives you money from his loot, and he mentions during investigation that some of the stolen cash was given you for agbada or whatever, Nigeria police will parade you like you carry gun, join them to rob. So what is all this Kolade saying? Rubbish. Well, that's just the truth. Like I said, Kolade is a witness, so let him follow Abba Kyari down to FBI and narrate his ordeal. Thanks for listening.